Italy v Sweden then. Bit like taking a tour through a sewer on a glass-bottom boat. Absolutely rubbish game. Italy win it at the end, but we're here to talk about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Your comments are up on the screen now, which is fantastic. I'll tell you what, I think he's like Guy Fawkes on Bonfire Night. He's on fire, and I think he's playing really well. And I know a lot of you are going to say, no, he isn't playing that well. And that's the whole point of the debate, really. I know it's Italy versus Sweden. Italy have won their through. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, what are your thoughts? A lot of Manchester United fans, and I'm just having a look there. VK Dean is saying the French league stats are deceptive because PSG are so much better than everyone else. I think that's true. I think it's contrasted to the other side. I think Sweden are very, very poor side. I mean, you look at Zlatan, and I think, to be fair, he's holding his temper quite well, because I imagine a few years ago, if you put someone like Cantona in that, he'd be pulling his hair out in that side. There was that miss from the offside. He didn't know it was offside. It was a terrible miss from about 2 yards out. But even in the last couple of minutes, long ball into the box, he's up against the Italian defence. He gets up, he heads it down to the Sweden player perfectly, and who took a dive, and it could have been a penalty, or they could have stayed on their feet and tried to score. The way I'm looking at this from Zlatan Ibrahimovic is Abzan UFC is playing rubbish. I totally disagree, but that's the whole point of doing this. That's why I've got the live comments up there and wanted to bring them back in for this, definitely, so that everyone can see what you lot are all saying. Is that I think he's done pretty well. I think he's playing in a pretty poor side. I think that why is that not working? Let's get that working. I think he's holding the ball up. He's playing against a very, very difficult opposition in Italy. He will never play against two centre-backs like that again in the Premier League. They absolutely dominate who they play. They've had 2 clean sheets, and he never really had a problem against them. He was battling against them. And Manchester United, if you think about Manchester United, we haven't had anybody powerful or strong in that number 9 position for a long, long time. He's not about pace. I've said this about so many times. What he is about is number 9, holding the ball up, bringing others into play. He's got very good control. He's got very good touch, and he will score goals if he's given opportunities. And he's not going to get that in a poor Sweden side. He's free. We're going to pay him a lot of money, but Zlatan Ibrahimovic, to me, is still in the top 5 players in the world. And if you can get one of the top 5 players in the world playing for Manchester United, after the season we've had under Louis van Gaal, we've got every right to be arrogant. We are Manchester United. We are better than everybody else. But let's be honest. We've had an awful couple of years. We are on our knees. And if we can get Zlatan Ibrahimovic to come and play for us, we should not turn it down. That's my personal view. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, I want Aubameyang, or Morata, or someone, or Benzema, or someone like that. Let's be realistic. Aubameyang would love to go and play for Liverpool because he loves Klopp. Probably not going to happen. There's a big chance he'll go to City if they offer him the money. What can we offer him? We can't give him Champions League football. If Zlatan's all we can get, then I would take him anyway. I think he's absolutely perfect. FIFA player says who scored for Italy? Adair. Ireland played better than Italy. Jordan Curley's just off on his Irish thing. It's not about Ireland today, Jordan. We will be watching them tomorrow, though. Zlatan needs to show the real Zlatan, not Sweden. He cannot play like this in my team, says Night Whisper. He's far better than what he's showing, but he's playing in a very poor Sweden side. And what I want to know is, let's get commenting, top 5 in the world. Are you stupid, says Ahmed Malik. Don't know what's happened to my voice there. No, I'm not. I think he really is that good. He did not play well, in fairness, says Mark Sheehan. But in fairness, he didn't get many chances because Sweden can't create anything. I totally agree with that. I'm choking a bit and I haven't got a drink as well. Get commenting and tell me now, this is what this is about. Do you want Zlatan Ibrahimovic at Manchester United? And I also want to know why. D. Stelly says the problem is his team. He's a world-class player on a mediocre team. With a good team like Man United will rock it. I agree. I can see that. I can see what he would do at Manchester United. With Manchester United, we get a lot of possession. Sweden, when they get the ball, they've got bad ball players. They lose a lot. They lose the ball a lot. In a Manchester United side with midfielders who are going to give him the ball into feet, and also he's going to have people like Martial, hopefully a new right midfielder, Rooney, whoever, running on beyond him. He's going to get decent ball into the box as well, with Luke Shaw overlapping and stuff like that. You'll get a lot more of the ball. He's feeding on scraps for Sweden, and I think it's very, very unfair to judge him. I also agree it's very unfair to judge him play for PSG, because that's like another contrast. That's like playing in a team that's far, far better than anyone in their league, with a lot of good players around him. He's now playing for Sweden, where he's got no good players around him, and he's playing off scraps. I think in Manchester United, he will go far more towards the PSG thing, where he's playing in a decent side. He was going to give him a lot of good ball and give him the chance to shine. The big thing for me is, Nielsen says, I want him, we need a number 9. Kyle says he's class, just needs fast and hard-working winners. Yeah. OFC, I want him to Old Trafford mark, but today was no good in my eyes. Night Whisper, I do agree with that. I'd rather have Rashford, because Ibra only scored 30+ goals, and League One is rubbish. I love Rashford. You can't just have Rashford at Manchester United when you're trying to win a title. He's 19 years of age, I think he's 18 actually, and he's not the complete package yet. You can't just say, I want to play Rashford every game. That's so naive. He's so young and he's still developing. We need a number 9. Whether it's Zlatan or not, we need another number 9. But what he brings to Manchester United, and I'll keep saying it, it's the strength to fight centre-backs. We get bullied by centre-backs because we haven't got anybody big, strong. He's 6'5". He'll fight any... He showed that. That Italy centre-back partnership are the best 2 in world football. He will never play anybody like that in the Premier League next season. And he went toe-to-toe with him. It was a fair fight and nobody came out on top. In the Premier League, he'll come out on top. He'll bully the likes of Jagielka, whatever rubbish Liverpool have got, and Koscielny and all that lot. He'll absolutely annihilate them. But what he'll do is, I don't know what people expect him to do. Control the ball, run past 4 or 5 people at 100 miles an hour and whack it in the top corner. That's not going to happen. That's not what he's there to do. He's there to fight the centre-backs. He's there to be an option in the box. He's there to be an option when we knock the ball long and bring everybody into play. He's superb with his back to goal. That's what he's all about. But when he's in the box, he'll score goals. And if you give him a bit of space, he'll turn, he'll shoot. There was an opportunity against Italy where he got it, controlled it against Bonucci, had a shot, and Bonucci blocked it because he's a very good defender. Wayne Littlewood behaved the mark. Defenders came out on top. Wayne, it's all about opinion, mate, but I don't agree with that at all. He's playing against 2 of the best centre-backs in world football. He's getting no ball up to him, and I thought it was a 50-50 fight. I don't think defenders came out on top, and I don't think he came out on top. It's like somebody said to me the other day, oh, he's not come out of John O'Shea's pocket yet. What about the last 2 minutes when he obliterated the Irish defence and set up the equaliser? You know, I don't know whether people actually watch football or understand it sometimes. I think it's like this FIFA generation where a striker doesn't come out on top unless he scores 50 goals in a game. That was an if you like football and you like analysing football, Zlatan against Bonucci was a very interesting thing today, and I don't think one or the other came out on top. Neither was dominant. Bryn, is Mbolo coming? I said it a week ago. Breel Mbolo will sign for Manchester United. We've been saying it a lot before anybody else. I know this week some others are saying it's going to happen now. It will happen 100%. Mr. J says he'd rather have Aubameyang. Night Whisper again. He's a centre forward. Was in midfield today. Played way too deep. He's got to do that. The Beast. Mark, you're the definition of naivety. You think Mourinho has a magic wand that he can turn an extremely uncreative United team into a team which could get Ibrahimovic 20 goals a season. I'd love to quote that and put it on the wall and remember that. And I want everybody to remember that apparently I'm living in a fantasy world where Mourinho will get Ibrahimovic to score 20 goals in a Man United side. Let's just see. I'd love to frame that. I'm all for opinion, but I guarantee that will happen. And I'm doing it live on video, and he's done it live on the comment section, and I guarantee I'll be right. Alex says Zlatan has never run so much. I thought he did a lot of running today. He did put a lot of work in. I mean, that to me is another positive that people should take about Zlatan Ibrahimovic if we're going to get him at Manchester United, is the amount of work he's done for Sweden in a poor Sweden side. I think some people think he's arrogant. Yes, he probably is. But he put a lot of work in. He put a lot of work in, and that shows again that he's hard working. And I like that. I mean, to be honest, I think that offside chance that he missed, I think he missed it on purpose because he just knew it, give us a bit of drama because he knew it was offside. I'm only joking. Come on, every single person have their own opinions. I don't know what Ricky Harris said, to be honest. Ricky Harris, top 5 in the world. Messi, Ronaldo, Suarez, Neymar and Bale, all miles better. Disagree with you. And I tell you what, every one of those players you've just... is every one of them in La Liga by any chance? Oh, what a surprise. The La Liga can't come out. If you're slagging the French League off, La Liga is Scotland in the sun when it was Celtic and Rangers. And people moan a bit about this to me. But Villarreal, I think they came 4th and one of the best teams in La Liga, and Liverpool annihilated them. That is... The reason the Spanish sides do so well in the Champions League is because they have their feet up all season. How many hat-tricks does Ronaldo get in La Liga? Is it something like 10 a season? He wouldn't get 2 in the Premier League. I'm not saying the Premier League I'm not saying Premier League teams are better than Barcelona and Real Madrid. Barcelona and Real Madrid can just buy the best players, but their league is poor. It's absolute shit. If you put like Manchester United in that league, we'd come third every year. No problems at all. And Ronaldo would not get more than 2 hat-tricks in a season in the Premier League, but he gets about 10 in La Liga. La Liga is an absolute joke. So to name 5 players from La Liga and say that they're in the top 5 in the world, personally, I put Aguero in there. I know he plays for City, but he's in a challenging, the most competitive league in the world, and every season he scores loads of goals. If Messi or anyone out like that wants to come over and prove himself in the Premier League, they're more than welcome. But I don't buy into them in being in the top 5 in the world. And I put Zlatan in there. I think he's one of the best strikers in the world. Don't care what anyone says. I do believe that. Bale is trash, except that I thought, and actually, you know what? If we're talking about Zlatan Ibrahimovic against Bale, I thought Bale was absolute rubbish yesterday. Again, playing in, I think Wales are probably better than Sweden, but he was absolutely rubbish. And I think Zlatan showed far more than Bale did today. But that's my thought. I think Zlatan Ibrahimovic is a perfect signing for Manchester United. And I want him to come because you know what? People go all about Aubameyang. He's fast, he's good off 2 feet, but he's going to get bullied in the Premier League because he's not very physical, and Zlatan is, and that's what we need. We've already got Rashford and Martial and quick players in the team, and I will buy another one as well. We need a bully who's going to hold the ball up and bring others into play and who's creative, and there's nobody better than Zlatan Ibrahimovic for that. I'm not saying this deal is going to happen. We could end up with egg on our face. He could end up going to Arsenal or Bayern Munich, but if you're asking me if I want him at this moment in time, then I do. And I'm going to go round again. Let's just see if anybody is saying anything different, because I think I've more than said my part. Amster says he agrees with me. D. Stelly, what happens to Griezmann? I hope Griezmann has an absolute rubbish Euros and then we can sign him. I don't want any of our signings. I'm not bothered if they have a bad season. I mean, Sweden should probably go out on next week. Zlatan could be signing for us by the end of the week. Ahmed, Mark, you're a joke. You're just trying to defend Zlatan because he's a Mourinho signing. Who do you support, Ahmed? Have we not just got a new manager anyway, and we should trust in that manager? So basically, Ahmed's saying, don't believe in the manager because he wants to buy Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I mean, what an absolute ridiculous comment that is, Ahmed. I mean, the season's not even kicked off, and you're already slagging a new manager who's not even done his first press conference for wanting to sign Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Madness, absolutely madness. I mean, if you're going to not want him, at least come out with some of the comments that people have come in there, like he's too old, whatever like that. I mean, that's a fair opinion. Abs MUFC, Fellaini is a wanker. Yeah, well, it's a bit harsh, Abs, but I think he probably is. Harry Brown, love how Zlatan is suddenly rubbish. Now he's been linked to United. Well, there's a lot of United fans who think that as well, Harry, to be fair. Aubameyang is 6 foot and not that easy to push off the ball. He terrifies defenders. I've seen enough of him. He doesn't. The boss knows what he's doing. Night Whisper, I do. Zlatan flopped in La Liga. That's the biggest load of rubbish ever from Ricky Harris. He didn't flop at all. He won La Liga there. Then again, anybody does if they go to Barcelona. He fell out with Pep. That's what happened there. Zlatan could be a brilliant example for Mbolo, says Rashford and Rashford. Jim, I think these young players like Martial, Mbolo and Rashford, they need that experience, that sort of the way Cantona did it with the class of '92, and that would be absolutely superb. Aubameyang is insane on FIFA. Wow. I think I'm going to wrap it off. Mark, you're really getting on my nerves. How can you? Ahmed, you're really getting on everybody else's nerves by saying that the new manager is wrong to sign Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Support your club and get behind your manager. Yes, the United fan and a lot of us didn't like Louis van Gaal, I'll admit that, but we'd given him 18 months before we all turned on him. You've not even given Jose Mourinho 18 minutes and you're saying, oh, you're only backing him because I'll back Mourinho even if he keeps Fellaini. I want Fellaini to go, but if Mourinho keeps him, I'll back the manager. That's what Manchester United fans have always been. We always back our manager up until the point where it got beyond a joke with Louis van Gaal, who was making us an absolute embarrassment. But Zlatan is a little hyped. EPL defenders are tough. Forest G, it's a good point, but he'll never come up against too good a defenders as he did today. I don't care what anybody says. Bonucci's one of the best defenders in the world, and I thought it was a fair fight, and I thought it was a good game. FIFA isn't real life, idiot, says D. Stella. Goals is what we need. He will get them. I agree with Jordan on that. But thanks everybody for commenting. I've sort of changed it a bit because we went a bit raw with the Hangouts, but I can't get your live comments in if we do that. So let me know. Drop us a like if you like. this layout. What I want to do is have a little bit more, because it's transfers, and if we're not having a guest on, I want to get you more involved, which is why I want the live comments there. So I've gone a little bit raw with the background, but you lot brought in on the comments section, and I like that. So I don't know why it's flashing white. I hope it's not flashing on yours, but I'll fix that for next time. But thanks everybody for watching. That's the debate over. Got a great video up for you tomorrow. I'll let you. I'll surprise you, but tune in at about 10 o'clock. I'll put it up about then. Ahmed says I'm deluded. I've never seen Ahmed Malik on our comment section before. He could be an Arsenal fan. He clearly has got it in for Mourinho, and he clearly thinks that Zlatan Ibrahimovic is overrated, which I find absolutely laughable. I think he's proved it every country he's been. He's won the title every country he's been, and I don't think it was a bad performance there. I thought he played really well. Not in the sense of scoring goals or anything like that, but he kept fighting for his team. He was good at holding the ball up, and I think he's got all the attributes to play well for Manchester United. I can't help that. But yeah, let us know if you like that live comments. I like having it back. It really helps me, and I think it gives everybody else a chance to read stuff while it's going on. But thanks everybody for watching. Speak to you all soon. Keep getting involved on the United Stand. Love doing the live comments. Love interacting with all you lot, and I love a good debate. And at the end of the day, we can't all agree. We can't all agree. If you don't want Zlatan, that's fine. I do. It's all about opinion. No need to fall out. We've all got United's best interest at heart. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll speak to you all soon. We are doing Sunday Night Live on Sunday as well. We were going to stop them for the Euros, but to be honest, I think it's France playing. I've had enough of France. The way Deschamps has treated Martial. So we'll be doing a live show on 9 o'clock on Sunday as well. I think we've got Zara and Alex for that. And all you lot will have the live comments as well. So, cheers everybody. Thanks for watching. Speak to you all later.